The demo for the game Haste Broken Worlds has me extremely excited and leaves me with no doubt that this game is going to be absolutely awesome. Let me tell you why. The visual style of the game is gorgeous. It is so appealing, so soft, so just nice. It makes me feel good. For a game that takes place on a universe that's currently collapsing in on itself, I really want to live here. The colors pop, the animation is bouncy, everything just looks so bright and fun, even the dark things. Speaking of bright and fun, this game has characters. Several, in fact. You've got Zoe, the courier, the main character so far. A kind-hearted and determined young woman who is pretty confident, at least confident enough to run and zip and slide and surf through everything she's surfing through and destroying giant robots together. She's pretty great. You play as her, she has a surfboard. Subway Surfers. You've got the captain, someone who's definitely going to give the anti-woke grifters a ton of money. He's my favorite character because he's just a chill guy. He's just a very nice, kind-hearted man who might have some stuff in his past, but he pushes past it. He seems to do everything he can to make everybody's lives around him better. He's the type of person that I and you should probably strive to be in life, especially considering that build he has. Jesus Christ. Then there's Gan, the shopkeeper, or Gan, I don't know. Anyway, as I said before, he's a shopkeeper. While you're running around in the game, you'll find shards. These shards are apparently like little bits and pieces of universes that can be turned into other things from different universes. I don't know. I haven't watched Godzilla Singular Point yet. I don't know theoretical physics, and apparently this goes into theoretical physics. I don't... Science! Also, he looks pretty cool, so that's a plus. You've also got Wraith, a mysterious character who's really just a silly little guy. He probably has a very important place in the universe. He can't speak and he's a bit enigmatic, and he probably doesn't even go by the pronoun he, but I really like Wraith. I want to give him a hug. There's also Nyata, who is basically your Vegeta Shadow type character. Nowhere near as antagonistic as those two. She's very helpful, actually. Seems to only want Zoe to improve as much as she can. I don't actually know much about her, other than the fact that she apparently likes worthy opponents, and likes to test people, and may also be a bit shy. There's also Daro, who seems to be a type of motherly-like figure to Zoe and probably the rest of the cast. She's an old lady. She's great. A+. Oh yeah, I forgot about Riza. They're basically your guide to the beginning of the game and the sayer of the demo phrase at the very end. Yeah, I don't know what their deal is. They seem like they seem like an arbiter of the universe. They know what's going on. They don't want to tell us. They seem to be having fun at the moment. You know what? I'll let them do them. Whatever it is they do, I guess. As you may have noticed by now, all of these characters are accompanied by incredible artwork, whether it's from the intermission screens you get in between levels, or just the character interaction poses. I wish there were more of them, but this is a demo. That's probably not how the final version is going to look. And if it is, these portraits are more than enough to get their personalities across. Honestly, all the artwork in the game looks incredible. It's also nice and fuzzy, and even the sinister artwork has a bit of a whimsy to it. This game just rejects nihilism pretty much completely, despite it being the end of the world. This game sees the end of the world and goes, it's not the end of the world. That's something I really like to see in our day and age. Very refreshing. That's pretty much the overall tone of the game. It's very lighthearted, very cheery, very whimsical. Of course, the music accompanies you the entire way through and absolutely crushes its job of conveying these themes. The music also serves a practical sense, since if you're going too slow, the music is going to warn you by warping around you. It turns pretty horrifying when you hear the upbeat, energetic, forward-moving tone of the music suddenly turn into dissonant, unmatching chords and warped notes. Really puts the anxiety in you and really motivates you to get back out there before you start losing health and eventually succumb to the all-encompassing darkness that is enveloping the world around you. Oh, speaking of which, the all-encompassing darkness, what are you going to do about it? Well, of course you're going to run. And let me tell you, the feeling of running in this game...
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Imagine Sonic Unleashed. 60 frames per second Xbox One X Sonic Unleashed, to be specific. That feeling of speed and unbridled exhilaration you get from that game is perfectly replicated in here. And to add to this, for all you Sonic fans who have been desperately wanting some semblance of this in any of your games, there's momentum. The name of this game is not only go fast, but go fast and stay fast. Sure, you may start out speedy, but the darkness is coming. You need to run, and you need to run faster and faster. How do you do this? Well, you do this by jumping, and then landing in a good way. This mechanic is the main way you build speed, and a thing called energy. Energy fuels your special move. Zoe's move is a hoverboard Subway Surfers reference. This hoverboard not only gives her a teensy weensy bit of upward momentum, but also noticeably improves her base speed, as well as changing the angle slightly in which you have to land in order to get a perfect landing. Perfect landings are when you land basically parallel to the trajectory you have on the ground. If you're moving mostly straight forward and you land on a flat plane, you're going to get a perfect landing. If you're going straight down and you land on a slope going downwards, of course, you're going to get a perfect landing. If you're going straight down or straight forward and you land on a very flat surface, you're going to get a bad landing and you're going to die because you deserve it. The good and okay landings are when you land just a bit off, and okay is pretty generous. It's actually very hard to get a bad landing unless you just land straight onto a rock at Mach speed. But bad landings aren't the only thing to slow you down, or else the game would be way too easy. You've also got things that you need to avoid, like trees, and lasers, and rocks, and interdimensional vortexes. Completely avoiding this stuff completely on the fly, since every level is randomly generated, is an incredible feeling. You whiz past objects, the game tells you whether or not it's a close call. You can see if it's a close call. This is the first game where I have genuinely woohooed at me doing something that looked cool, because the game doesn't script you doing something that looks cool, as much as I love the Sonic games that script things that make me look cool. If I do something cool that I did myself in the moment, it's gonna feel infinitely cooler than if that thing was already pre-scripted to happen beforehand. On top of that, if you get hurt, you really feel getting hurt. The game screen going red, the subtle camera shake, the extreme loss of speed that you feel, it all really hurts, honestly. It's a game where I scream out at a lot more than I probably should. I don't think that's normal. Ow! Ow! You're watching the gameplay, and it's just as fun to play as it is to watch. No, it's probably more fun to watch than it is to play, honestly, because you see all the best parts, and you don't see all the screw-ups. Ignore that. But of course, as all you did was run fast, it would get stale eventually. You need something to break up the monotony of run fast and dodge quick and look cool, despite how great that is. And luckily, this game has you covered because it's a roguelike. Yay, indie roguelike game. It's never happened before. Yeah. Now, put your pitchforks down. Unlike most roguelikes, this has nothing to do with combat. Honestly, you can probably get through the entirety of the demo shard pretty easily without picking up any upgrades. But those upgrades do help you quite a lot. There are quite a few. I think I've encountered maybe 15, maybe 14, maybe a bit fewer than 15 by now. My personal favorite is the pick up shard get boost upgrade, because that thing makes you go extremely fast, and the boost makes your legs glow, and it can glow up to the white color, and seeing it glow up to the white color makes my monkey brain go ooh. It also helps with easy S rank. So yeah, the ranking system, I completely forgot. Obviously, your goal in the game is to go fast. When you finish a level, you'll be ranked based on how fast you did it. You'll have a basic idea of whether or not you did good based on how far away you are from the corruption behind you. If the corruption is right up on you and the music is very warpy by the time you finish a level, you're gonna get an E rank, and you deserve that E rank. If you're kinda far from the corruption, it's a D. If you're in the middle ground, it's C. And the rest B, A, S. Figure that out yourself. Each of these will give you a certain multiplier on the shards you collected. S rank will give you a 1.5 multiplier on the shards you get, and E rank will get you a 0 multiplier. I don't know the other ones because I'm bad at math, so don't make me. After you finish a level in a shard, which is the name for the runs that you do, you go into them by entering this crystal right here. You're greeted with paths. These paths can lead to other normal levels just represented by a white sphere. Harder levels, which are represented by a white sphere with a skull on them. These aren't spheres, these are regular circles. Circle with a skull in them. Shops, which are obviously circles with a money bag in them. Fireplaces, where you can speak with characters, that are the circles with a health sign on them. Going to a fireplace will not only restore you to full health, but also restore 1 life. So they're very helpful. And the random events, which are circles with a question mark in them. My personal favorite ones to go to because they have some amazing character interactions, and they're the only times where you can find the wraith, so instant best choice. The difference between a normal level and a harder level is that a harder level rewards you directly with an upgrade. And also, they're very hard. They have a much different aesthetic than the normal levels because they're darker, they have more of a cosmic vibe to them. They even have black holes and time dilation things sometimes. It's not always clear exactly where you have to go, so you have to use some intuition and actually look at the map in order to see if you have to go one way or another. Because if you go one way, you might just throw yourself off the map. If you go another, you might throw yourself into the corruption that's slowly enveloping the world. Also, the traps and obstacles here do a lot more damage, so you have to be careful of literally everything, especially the purple lights. The purple lights do a lot of damage. The higher the rank you get at the end of these levels, the higher the rarity of the loot you will collect at the end. So these ones really incentivize you to be fast. The random chance circles can have a plethora of things. Most of them I want you to find out for yourself, but they're basically either gambling, which everyone loves, a direct upgrade or pickup, the captain being a G, being hunted down by the agency, in which Zoe is running super fast for no reason. It was probably better to just avoid the lasers by walking. Painting the world because the Wraith is the equivalent to Rob Ross, or escaping a dangerous place you find yourself in with Niata. I don't know how she keeps appearing here with us, but it's very convenient. There is no indication of what you will get, so going through these is always playing with chance. At the very end, you face a boss. Battle. Attack the machine. Machine! I will ult alpha. The boss's name is Jumper. Run into him a couple times. You win. Then get smacked in the face with a hammer. End of demo. Overall, I'm really excited to see what Landfall Games has planned for this game. It looks to be, in my opinion, probably their best game yet. It's got a story that takes itself seriously enough. It's got multiple paths. It's got multiple characters. It has incredible art. It has incredible tone. It's so fun. It's so great. I loved this game already. It's not even out. I love it. I loved it before it was a thing. I loved it when I saw that laptop running. Jeez, look at him go. Hey fellas, first off, thank you for watching this far into the video, and second off, thanks for the massive support I got in the last video. That was quite unexpected, to say the least. 1,000 subscribers in one video, that's a big milestone, so I'll do a 1,000 subscriber special for that sometime soon. But first, I'm gonna continue working on my big old project. I might have one more holdover video before that project is out, since it's just so big and so in-depth. This video was completely unscripted. It was on a whim. It's nowhere near as big as that one is gonna be. It's a smaller scale one. I just wanted to give you guys some content before that one comes out. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. Make someone laugh. Be entertaining.